TechTalk, brought to you by our good friends at Hamilton Limousine. And, of course, Adam Oldfield, the president and CEO of FPM3 and FPM Marketing, is with us here in studio. Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too, Bill.
Thanks for coming around.
Thank you.
Yeah. An awful lot of stuff to talk about, and I'm going to get right down to it with the nitty-gritty, the nitty-gritty on the phone. When I saw this segment, the thing you wanted to talk about today, it just hit us, guys. I thought, well, look at where our phones are.
Yeah. You're right.
We talk about, if you're doing this or that, or you're working around there, or if you're using newsprint or paper or something like that, you better get the ink off.
That's right.
We never wash our phones because we're afraid to put them anywhere near water.
That's right. Yeah. And
with good reason.
Well, and thinking about flu season, I thought this was very, I would say, in line with discussing a tech topic. Right now, it's flu season. And you know what? It's everywhere. It's rampant this year. I've had half my staff off for over a week and a half from the flu, and not even slight flu. Like we're talking, well, I don't need to tell people what flu is, but so think about this: you're coughing, you're answering your phone, you're typing, you're putting your little fingers and your dirtiness all over it, and all of a sudden you're like. Next thing you know, this is just infested with germs. So there's a product out there. It's called Phone Soap UV. Now, I wanted to differentiate the difference because you could get a Lysol wipe and say, yeah, I wipe my phone. I kind of give it a quick rub down. You're all good to go. Well, this case, you put it inside a case, turn it on, it plugs in through USB, and it zaps it with UV light. Which actually, where they 99% Lysol wipes, well, you may miss between the crevices and everything else. This one particularly, you can put it in the case, zap it with the UV lights, get rid of all those flu germs and other concerns you may think you may have with your smartphone. And then, you know what, you can feel comfortable if you like licking the glass or whatever it is you do with your phone, but keep it away. But yeah, do not put it in your mouth. And by the way, I say that jokingly, but it's true. You know how many people actually do put their phone in their mouth? They actually put on their lips, or they put it in they hold it close as they're speaking, or hold in their speakerphone. People do put their phone in their mouths, and you may say, I don't do that. The answer is yes, you do. So you may want to think about this. It's called Phone Soap UV Sanitizer, and it's probably the best thing you could ever purchase to protect yourself.
All right. We try to be an informed society. Well,
yep.
Some of us anyway. Then there's the one who voted for Trump. But anyway, and I was looking for news, instant news. I mean, I was just mentioning you just before we started the segment here. I got a tweet from Alan Carter from Global News about Patrick Brown. Just to get into that, he's just been kicked out of the Tory caucus at Queen's Park. Instant news. I'd crave it. I look for it all the time.
That's right. As it happens.
You've got Instagram. You've got Twitter. I guess Facebook, if you want to call that news, but it's there.
Yeah.
Snapchat's getting into this.
Snapchat is over 40% use Snapchat are under the age of 25. And what's interesting is the situation that happened in Florida particularly is that they've just launched this last week, Snapchat Live, with the mapping program. And this is intriguing because they had more live footage, unfortunately disturbing footage, of what was going on in the situation as it happened, knowing how many were live on site.
That's the platform
that's right. Uses. And they're using this system Stories to be able to integrate all of the videos and all of the content all at once. And so what happens is Snapchat is it's interesting. They have a gentleman that was hired from CNN that's working for Snapchat, and that is one of their goals. We can expect to probably see, not so much in Bill and Adam Oldfield's timeline, but our children's timeline within Snapchat, that younger demographic moving forward. I'm willing to bet that's going to become a very, very showcased piece that people will use it as it's sort of going to map out where we are, where the latest news are happening. It is encrypted. So, I mean, as part of the information that is being used, I don't like Snapchat. I never really got into it, but I can see.
Well, you're too old.
I'm getting up there, Bill. I get it. My daughter loves it. I mean, she always says, the one thing I hate about Snapchat is I'll text my daughter through Snapchat. I'll forget what I said and I'll get a message back and all it will say, sounds good, let's do it. And I'll be like, what did we agree to? I don't even, what did we say we were doing again? I can't remember. So Snapchat, get ready. I'll probably be talking about that a lot more when it comes to what it's going to be doing. I use Snapchat a lot with my agency. A lot of our clients use Snapchat, particularly for marketing purposes, with great success. And I can tell you that it's something we should probably be aware of. It will be coming out.
Well, and it's going to be interesting to see how, for instance, the mainstream media picks up on this, as they did with Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah,
and for the longest time, they turned their back on social media, saying, "Oh, they're the competition." Now they realize, wait a second, the people that we want to attract as viewers are using that.
Well,
that's how we can reach out to them. Now it's going to be a matter of time before you start seeing like Fox and MSNBC and CBS and everybody else using Snapchat to also get that message out.
That message is where we saw that with Facebook and Twitter, where they were very much mainstreamed in getting all the advertising. We are gonna see that, and as such, that segues into my next point, which is Facebook. Facebook is losing a lot of its audience. They actually, for the first time, are encouraging people to come back. Now, there's been a big outcry of what's going on with Facebook. We won't get into all those details, but primarily there's fake news issues. Jim Carrey came out and sold his shares and then declared to everyone, get rid of it, uninstall it. It's not even healthy for your psyche. We've seen that doctors are saying it is not healthy for your psychology. Ironically, I tell everyone that while we have everyone watching on Facebook right now going, wow, this isn't good for me. We're also on YouTube Live, just in case. So on short of that, Facebook is actually doing an advertising campaign saying, come back, come back into our Facebook environment. We want you to be in our place. And they're adding a few little features in Facebook as they find Snapchat a competitor with Instagram and otherwise. Facebook has an upgrade or an update that allows you to post your to-do list, Bill. Nothing says accountability like telling everyone what you need to do. And number two is letting your friends know you're not getting them done.
Which is why I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to post anything.
Well, I don't know how that's such an intriguing interest for people to go, wow, I haven't used Facebook for a while. Maybe I'll put a to-do list together and share it with my 2,000 friends so they can see I got to pick up my groceries next Thursday.
It's like that old saying, you know, if a man says he's going to do something, he'll do it. You don't have to remind him every 6 months.
And then take a look at him looking at it going, hey, he never got that completed. What's wrong with that guy? So but the
larger question, though, is, and glad you brought that up, because I've seen that anecdotally. An awful lot of people in that younger demographic have abandoned Facebook.
Yeah.
And I know that saying come back. I don't think they're going back.
I don't even, my daughter doesn't even get on it now. I mean, she's turning 16 and she honestly just says
Snapchat and Instagram.
Yeah. Not even thinking about it. Why would I get on Facebook? That's ridiculous. So yeah, it's going to be interesting over when we see the next couple of years, what's migrating over social media and what's the next step we're going to see us and which one are we most interested in? I use YouTube and I use LinkedIn quite a bit, but that's for professional purposes.
All right. You're a big fan of Samsung. And,
I am.
Some of the innovations they've come up with over the last little while. They've looked at the concept of smart glasses and they've finally done something about it.
Yeah, you know what? Smart glasses are about to come out. They've actually patented a product that will be launching, and we can expect to see that fairly shortly, probably by next year, which makes sense because we know we have a folding phone. That is going to be coming out pretty soon. The minute I know about it is the minute we're going to be talking about on Tech Talk. Samsung has the new folding lens or smartphone that you can imagine bending the glass. Well, it makes sense with Bixby and some of the new products that they're launching right now that we're going to be seeing the new smart glasses coming out from Samsung. And some of the things that I was looking at that might be, what would you use smart glasses from Samsung? Well, if you've ever used Bixby, and many of us probably go, I have it, but I've never used it. I can't blame you. It's going to be their solution, and they are very heavily invested in it to make smart glasses work with Bixby, work with your smartphones, work with your smart TVs, and they're trying to be the Google of appliances. I can tell you that much. But yeah, smart glasses are coming.
All right, let's talk about Google's Family Link.
You know what? This has been around on Apple for a few years, and I have to give kudos to Apple for this. Is that they've got the great ability to put parental controls for their children. And we've heard about Facebook talking about, now there's the Messenger for kids. Well, Google just launched this week in Canada. I should mention it's been around a while in a couple other countries, but Canada, this month we can expect to download. It's called Family Link. And if you have children that have an Android device, this might be something for you. You want to download it. It gives you control over what your children see, what time the phones are on. So it gives you actually the ability to shut the phone off and let them say, hey, I want you to study. You can sign in as a parental control and shut off their phone.
We're going to get one of these.
and it will give you full access, similar to Apple. Apple has something in the same lines, but it will also allow you to monitor if you have a for whatever reason, an Android for your child, could be a tablet or a phone, it will give you the opportunity to actually control who's speaking to your child. It gives you a log file. It's almost like having your IT support, you know, where they oversee you in the office. This will give you control of your family Android devices.
So you're basically looking over your kid's shoulder then?
Most part, yeah. If you have concerns versus saying, hey, Billy, give me, or Sally, give me your phone, and then mom's got to go scrolling through it, they're going to be notified of certain key things, and it will block a lot of issues. So it's got the ability.
And actually, this is a safety issue. I know people, oh, that's just intrusive. But there are concerns about who they're talking to.
That's
what's going on there. There are false names and false accounts that are being set up. There's bullying that goes on.
Yes.
And we always used to say, I can remember back in the early days, we'd bring sociologists onto the show and they'd say, well, you know what? You should have your PC in the living room so you can all see what, what's your son or daughters do. Well, your PC's in your hand.
That's
right. I mean, you can't track it. It's impossible for parents to track it, but not now. With this tool, they can.
That's right. Yeah, it's called Google Family Link. It's available in Canada. So if you're looking for it for protection purposes for your children, it will be available on the Google Play Store.
Now, this next one is really intriguing. A couple of minutes ago, you were talking about health issues.
That's right.
This is flu season.
Yeah.
And I have heard of this theory before.
Yes.
That your breath actually can be a determinant of something that's going on inside your body. I don't just mean, oh, you had garlic killing. Yeah. That it can actually say, you know what, you've got a heart problem.
Yeah.
Through your breath.
Through your breath. Yeah. There's actually apparently, if you can believe it, our microbes through our breath actually expose elements of what's going on inside us. So, every time, I remember in school, my teacher leaning over me and I'm thinking, oh my God, I can't concentrate. I have no idea what you're saying. Please. I just nod my head. I understand. Just go away. Well, there's actually a product that works like a breathalyzer. So that, you get, if you were pulled over for drinking and driving, you blow into the nozzle will actually register the microbes from your breath. And it makes sense. We're breathing constantly, exhaling all of the elements that are in your body, trying to, breathe in oxygen, exhale carbon dioxide. This product will actually monitor potential concerns of health issues. Now, it may not be 100% accurate, but it will give you a pretty good guideline as to, do you have digestive issues? Do you have, maybe issues with regard to dental decay and otherwise? But this new product is coming out, and you'll be able to blow into it and more or less give you an indication as to what maybe ailments you might be having.
Interesting, fascinating stuff. And if we're going to talk healthcare, you have to talk robots because they're getting closer together.
You know what? I loved when Ontario Health came out with a 1-800 number. I actually use it quite a bit because no one wants to stand in the hospital, and this is a great product. However, a new one is
9 hours in an emergency.
You know what? I'd rather listen to music while I'm sitting in the on my couch, kind of resting, figuring out should I go get medical help or not. This robot will be diagnosed by your doctor, can be uploaded with your prescriptions. It links with your pharmacist. It will connect to a smartphone. It connects to a smart wristwatch or like a Fitbit similar. And what it does is can track your heart rate, tracks your medical overall considerations. And it's a cute little robot. I mean, it sits on your shelf. It doesn't follow you anywhere, but it will keep track on a Wi-Fi environment. So if you're at home and we do have an aging population, this robot will be able to monitor if there is a problem. It will remind you to take your medication. It will order your medication. It will schedule a doctor's appointment, and you can ask it for medical advice. It actually has a database in it that you can get sort of some feedback pertaining to what maybe medical ailments you might be having. Now, I'm going to tell you also, I Googled a problem I think I had. I had a rash, and I thought, oh my God, I've got some. I Googled it, and I thought I had some skin-eating disease. I went to the doctor, and anyways, a little bit of cream ended up solving my problem. So I don't know how accurate the little medical robot is, but I do know it could be helping our aging population.
Yeah, but the rider they always put on these products, and,
yes,
and I'm sure they with this does not replace a physician.
That's right.
This may send up a red flag that said, hey, you should go see somebody.
That's right. Yes, but the other thing it does have is if you have a heart attack or you have a medical condition where you actually have to respond and you don't, it will call 911. That part I love.
Great stuff. And everybody should have one. I'm sure they're inexpensive.
I don't know the price.
But
yes,
when you're not using it for medical stuff, will it vacuum your living room?
No, it won't vacuum your living room. But
I need another robot for that.
Yeah, that's a separate product.
Your cousin.
That's right. That's from the other makers of. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Just wanted to be sure about that. Speaking of forks.
Yes. This is the best product. We've talked a lot of tech products. I talked a lot of cool things that are coming out. This one I'm actually going to get. In fact, Michelle, when I was telling her, I always share with her my TechTalk items and so forth. And I was telling her about this product. She goes, you need this. And it's true. I'm a fast eater. I'm a fast talker, I'm sure. I do everything fast. Yeah, I'm already in 2019, in case anyone wants to know. So I eat quite quickly. I get my meal, and I tend to overeat. Because I'm, last night I had sausage, I had rice, and it's like, barrel it down.
They always tell you that for weight control.
Yeah, the slow down.
Issues, they say eat slowly.
And
chew it 40 times or whatever. I've never seen you do that.
No, not at all. But I guess maybe I move so fast, my metabolism's maybe keeping me to a degree. So this fork is a smart fork. It monitors how much you eat. It monitors how much is on your fork. It monitors how fast you eat. And if you're overdoing it, it vibrates and gives you a little, hey, slow down there, Captain. Just put that fork down for a minute and take a breather. And it gives you a report on your smartphone that says, you have this much to eat. And when you program it with what your BMI, your body weight, and all that stuff, it actually will monitor what you're eating, not what you're eating. It doesn't know if you're eating peas or rice or anything, but it will say you shoveled your face how many forks per minute. You pretty much have broken the speed barrier for what it takes to eat rice. So, at the end of the day, this product is phenomenal, and it will actually keep you at pace of how you should be eating.
Speaking of food, Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Well, we heard about them buying Whole Foods. I knew this was going to be coming. And we've talked about it on TechTalk, where they've got now one of their test locations in Metro has basically got the self-checkout. Amazon Prime is now delivering groceries direct from Whole Foods directly to your house. And as a side note, I thought this was a little relevant. Did you know that Amazon is now worth more than Microsoft? No one ever thought that was possible. But at the end of the day, right now, Microsoft is now falling third between Apple, Amazon, and Google. So, Microsoft who? But yeah, if you want to get your groceries delivered, Amazon Prime's probably going to be the new deliverable source for the future.
We're running a little short here, but I wanted to get into this thing about air taxis.
Yes.
We were just talking about some of the tech developments that are going on here at Keenan Loomis and how industries and advanced manufacturing are going to come here. But they're going to be going back and forth between Hamilton, KW, Toronto, places like this. Nobody wants to get on the 403 or the QEW to get from payday to payday. But these air taxis, they're small. I mean, how many people do you fit into these?
The maximum's 8. They have 4. You can get up to 4. Think of it as literally a cruiser, like a sedan for a plane. But Toyota's partnered with JetBlue, and this is local here. They're out of Buffalo, JetBlue from New York to Buffalo. JetBlue has announced that they're going to be doing. They purchased a series of these Toyota small cruise flights, and there's anticipation that we could be seeing flights from Hamilton to Toronto, Toronto to Waterloo, Niagara to Toronto, all simply from a little airline that you would drive in. You wouldn't go through all the normal checking because you're not really going to be carrying luggage. You're going to be carrying your briefcase, your knapsack, and they're puddle hoppers. So you literally just hop on, and the puddle's going to be Lake Ontario, but you'll be able to cruise over top of Lake Ontario in short distances that would normally, yes, it would be 45 minutes to an hour drive. Now they would be 20 minutes, and you can be from Niagara Falls to Cambridge in 20 minutes.
Very good. The Jetsons were visionaries. Tech Talk, we do this every Friday, 11:35, brought to you by Hamilton Limousine. Thanks. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Bill.
Back after this, the Bill Kelly Show on